Okay, I thought I'd make a really quick video. Um, it is Valentine's week. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I just remembered I have a Galentine's Day party I'm supposed to be going to, and I was supposed to bring something, and I totally forgot to pick it up from the store yesterday, and I live super far away from anything. So, um, that actually is on topic for why I wanted to do this video. Joann's is closing a bunch of stores, and I just found out last night that they are closing the closest store to me, which is an hour and a half away, and I do drive an hour and a half to go there. And the closest store to me now is 3 hours away. There's no reality in which I'm going to drive 6 hours, twice the amount. So it's like an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. So it's like 3 hours. That's already a lot, but that's also where the Costco is. So I need to go there for Costco. And we live in the middle of nowhere and our water is terrible. So I found a really great water place out there. So I have my thing that I do. I go out there. Also, there's a world market. So that town has all the cool things. So I drive an hour and a half there every 3 weeks or so. I love being able to like peruse Joann's and like, see what yarns I want to get. And I'm a texture person, so, and I'm still fairly new at all this, so I still don't really know what I like. So it's just really nice to be able to go, and sometimes I don't get anything, but it's nice to at least be able to peruse. But I usually get stuff. And I also get my holiday decorations there and all of that. And the World Market's right next door. The Costco's like down the street. Water's actually kind of further away, which is the whole thing, but they have really good water. So anyway, it's the thing I do, and I'm really upset because they are closing. I don't know how quickly they're closing, so we'll figure that out. They'll probably have some closing sales, which is, I guess that's cool. But I like I'm a California girl, Solvang. I love California. I will die there. That is my home. And I'm a SoCal girl for life. I've lived all over Southern California, everywhere from Santa Barbara to San Diego and inland. And I want to go back. But I very hesitantly moved to Texas in the middle of nowhere for my husband's work. And, we wanted to be able to save money and, he likes what he does and all that stuff. So I moved here. There are things that are great. And when I realized that my Joann's was like, I had a amazing, just chef's kiss, gourmet Joann's down the street from my house when I lived in California. The one of those like superstore Joann's, super clean, best of the best, always stocked up. So my Joann's here is not great. It's okay. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it's what I get. And so it was kind of like a touch of home for me. And same thing with Costco and World Market. It's a touch of home. It makes me kind of feel like, okay, I can be here. There are pieces of things that remind me of California, and that was one of them. So I was really upset and immediately went to go check my hometown, where I had previously lived in California, and I've moved all over that area, and I checked, and the vast majority of the stores that I went to or would have gone to are closing as well. So even if I still lived there, I would still have to drive pretty far to get to a Joann's. Not 3 hours, not even close. More like 45 minutes to an hour. So, but I would still have to drive. My store is closing, the one that I would go to when I lived in California. And it's just heartbreaking. However, that being said, I would much rather them close 500 stores to try to get things working again than to just liquidate the whole thing. So it's unfortunate, it's frustrating. It was very clearly poor management, and it's just, they got too big for their britches, they spread out too far, they flew too close to the sun. But there's a reason people love Joann's and not Michael's. Michael's has always just felt very, I don't know, it's very Walmart-y to me. It's never been, it just feels very box store. Joann's just, I don't know, there's just something about the way that they merchandise, it just makes me feel creative. It gets those creative juices flowing, and it gets me excited to craft. And I get, I'll find myself down an odd aisle of some craft I've never done before, and it's just super fascinating. It's so much fun, and I just really, I can like run down the rabbit hole in Joann's. And I had a local craft store that I grew up with, and I think it may still be open, but it was very similar. It's just like I walked in there and I just felt so creative, and it was exciting to walk around, and the way that they marketed everything, it was for the crafters. And I don't get that vibe in Michael's. I get a very manufactured vibe in Michael's. I don't feel like they get it. They were just like, sell me some crap. A lot of it's like pre-packaged stuff. So like, I don't know. It's just not the same. As for Walmart and Hobby Lobby, won't shop there, period. Just won't shop there. So what that leaves me is I can order online, and I will order from Joann's online to continue supporting them, because I feel like they have historically tried to stay within the vein of what a crafter wants. I think that they get that, and I want to support that, regardless of the fact that they had poor management, and that happens, and that is frustrating. But I don't feel like it's that corporate oligarchy stuff. I think, and that I'm sure that was a component of it. There's always greedy people who make bad choices, but the through line is the vibe that they've maintained over multiple stores in multiple states. That is not something to easily remanufacture. And I think that the overall vibe, the overall intent is there. So I want to continue to support them. And so I will order online. I will, when I go take trips somewhere, I will make a point to stop by the local Joann's if I can find one. And the other thing I'm going to do is I already order directly from the manufacturers. So like Premier Yarns, I just stopped by Dollar Tree. That was my other little side note. The cutest colors. I am not particularly a fan of the Just Chanel. I think it's a little harder to work with. But I love Premier, and I got this so my kids can make flowers for everybody on their bus. So I mean, there are other areas. Dollar Tree has an even bigger collection of yarn than they used to. They have hooks, they have all kinds of stuff. And I order directly from Premier a couple times a year. Yarnspiration is great. I love Bernat blanket yarn. So yeah, I will continue ordering online. I'm okay with that. It's going to be a little harder for me to experience new yarns that way, but I have started spending a little more time, like as I travel, stopping by local yarn shops. And even though it's a little bit more expensive, what I'm saving up, and I'm taking that chunk with me, knowing that I'm probably going to get less than I would like because it's not on sale, it's not 50% off, it's going to cost me a little bit more, but it's allowing me to support local shops and expand my horizons. So that's it. I am happy with the options that I have. I'm sad that my Joann's is closing, but I'm glad that they're consolidating so that hopefully they can reemerge and we can see them come back to life. So that's my thoughts on that. Happy Valentine's Day. I am going to go clean my house and then try to finish off this beautiful purse that is taking me for freaking ever. Plus I have 4 dolls I need to finish before tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day and they are presents for people. So wish me luck.